Hi. So this is not my normal type of video, as if I even have a style anyway. I've made one video and it was about Mario Kart World, but I digress. I started the script for this video after I had a random wave of, oh crap, I'm about to go to college and leave the area that I've lived in for the last 18 years of my life. I'm excited for college, yes, but I'm also sad. I didn't grow up moving around the country. And nor did I have that big move that you see in movies or that some kids really did have. I was born in a moderate sized town in the great state of Texas, not an urban sprawl like Houston, but it wasn't a pass through and a road trip town either. I did move, but it was 20 minutes north to a significantly smaller area, and it really didn't make much of a difference. I didn't leave anyone behind. And my friends and extended family were still just a short car ride away. I went to the same school from second grade to graduation, and unlike most kids, I got to stay with the same 20 to 40 kids throughout my entire school career. During those years, me and my equally idiotic friends made teachers' lives really hard and made them question their decision to teach on multiple occasions. Um, there's specifically one guy. His name was Carter. I'm still friends with him, but it was a fun high school experience. I grew up playing soccer on fields 5 minutes from my house with the same people for 15 years, and soccer got to the point where I played varsity all 4 years of high school and was a part of this great team that became the best boys soccer team that my high school had ever seen. My junior year in the fall, they introduced fall tennis, which was team tennis. So typically tennis took place in the spring, and so I couldn't do it because of soccer. But I was like, oh my gosh, like I wanted to play tennis all throughout high school because my dad's family, everybody played it, my dad's family. And so I picked it up, and it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. By the time my senior year was almost over, I played mixed doubles, and me and my partner made history by being the best mixed doubles team our school had ever seen, making the quarterfinals of the regional tournament. This part's tough. Um, when looking at my past, I I had a girlfriend my last 2 years of high school, and she was my person. She was really awesome. But when she left for college, we both knew that long distance wasn't really going to work. Um, because she's at her university, and I was going across the Atlantic to the United Kingdom, and so we both just mutually agreed that we were going to break up, and that was tough. But on the bright side, in my 18 years, I had really good parents that pushed me to be a better version of myself, um, which was a blessing that I know some kids didn't get. You know, I'm sitting in this room, and I'm thinking about the things that I've done and the people that I've met and the actions that I've taken, and I wonder, was it what needed to happen? It was. It was. I say that because I'm a Christian, which means that I believe that God has a purpose for each individual person on this planet. And the things that I did in my past were to fulfill his purpose in my life. What if I moved? I mean, why wasn't I moved around classes in school? What if I didn't play soccer? Why didn't I play tennis earlier? What if I didn't have that girlfriend? Why was I given the parents that I was given? I catch myself asking these questions uh, and having these regrets. I'm going to start the writing process for a video in the future after a wave of, oh crap, I am not in the area that I grew up in. I'm optimistic about college, yes, but I'm also nervous. Who knows whether I'll move around the country or the world? Who knows if I'll have that big move for a new opportunity? Maybe I'll live in a moderate sized town. Maybe I'll live in an urban sprawl like Dallas or a pass through on a road trip town like Radiator Springs from Cars. Maybe instead of 20 minutes, I'll move 12 hours away and it'll be significantly different than the place I lived before. Maybe I will leave someone behind. Maybe my friends and family will be a 12-hour flight away. Sitting here, though, I can't help but wonder about all the things that I'm going to do, and all the people I'm going to meet, and all the actions I'm going to take. And I think to myself, is it what needs to happen? It is. I'm a Christian, which means that I'm going to continue to believe that God has a purpose for each individual person on this planet. And the things that I'm going to do are to fulfill his purpose in my life. What if I move? Why am I still going to school? What does soccer have to offer me in the future? Why do I keep playing tennis? What lies ahead for me romantically? Why do I want to be like my parents to my kids? Oftentimes, when I'm by myself, I think of these things, trying to find a resolution to it all.